So hey guys, hello and welcome to my YouTube channel again. In this video, I will be discussing with you what were the books that I used for clinical examination, for studying clinical examination and other physical examination and the stuff regarding the clinics in my final year MBBS. So, as you already know that when we are about to give our final year examinations, you have to properly give a practical exam which consists of history taking and clinical examination, and you have to give it in pediatrics, medicine, general surgery, and obviously OBGYN. So it becomes important to study the clinical examination and the methods of clinical examination side by side during your final year MBBS, so that at last you do not feel much burden or some extra burden. So the things about the books is making the right choice. Obviously, like if we talk about the general stuff, like what is the textbook for medicine, what is the textbook for surgery, but what is the right textbook for studying the clinical examination, that makes a little bit problem in the final year, and we spend a lot of time. Often we make mistakes during the selection procedure for those books. So I thought let's make a video and let's discuss about what were the books that my seniors recommended to me and I used them throughout my final year, and what should I recommend to you. Firstly, let's talk about what is the best book, or what is the recommended book for reading the clinical examination for surgery. So if I talk about reading the clinical examination for surgery, I have this book which is called as A Manual on Clinical Surgery by Astas. If you are doing your MBBS from India or probably East Asia, you know this book, that is the Astas. It is a gold standard when it comes to clinical examination in surgery. The things are so clearly defined, like how you examine an acute abdomen, how you examine chronic abdomen, how to do the palpation, how to do the examination of a lump or swelling, how to do examination of these lymph nodes or neck or stuff like that. So if you start studying this thing right from the beginning of your final year, let's say you allot 5 to 6 hours per week, then it will become a cakewalk for you to undergo the whole book. Now, if I talk about medicine and pediatrics and obviously any medical encounter in gynae-obs or stuff like that, the most important book or the most recommended book is this Hutchinson's Clinical Method. The book is written in a bit not so clear words, but if you go through this book regularly, then obviously the things will start making sense, and if you are good at medicine, then obviously this thing will aid in your becoming of a good doctor. So I'll recommend, and I studied this Hutchinson's Clinical Method for surgery. And if I talk about what did I do in pediatrics and OBGYN, if I actually talk about OBGYN, there is nothing much of clinical examination except about the fundal height, what are the 4 grips, and rest everything is like medicine. You take the history, the medical history, and the obstetric history and stuff like that. There is not much to do in OBGYN, so there is no specific book for OBGYN examination. However, your textbook must have those grips and those fundal examination and predicting the fundal height and estimating the gestational age from that. So this is the point. Now, talking about the pediatrics, there was a book referred to as the textbook of clinical pediatrics by some Kundu. So I personally never used it, but my seniors and my teachers recommended to use that. But actually I didn't use that, and I used only this book for doing the pediatric examination as well, because the examination part and the history part is all the same in pediatrics, but what makes pediatrics different from general medicine is the the anthropometry and those milestones and stuff like that. So if you are good at your pediatrics textbook, then you will cover the whole thing, so it doesn't make a big problem in front of you. So this was the basic idea regarding what were the books that I used for doing clinical stuff. And if you like this video, do subscribe to the channel and spread the word, because it will help the channel grow ultimately.